Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 7th of January until the 13th of January. So it's from the 7th of January 2019 until the 13th of January 2019. And before I even start, I would like to say that this is indeed going to be quite a significant week because the numbers are very powerful. We have got number 7 to start with, and then we have got number 13 to end with. And this is brilliant because it's telling us that there is going to be a little surprise we are going to deal with this week. A little surprise which is going to become a significant, and at the same time it is going to become a rather wonderful choice that is going to manifest literally out of the blue. Number 7 is a very spiritual, a very powerful number, which is telling us that we are actually going to have a very strong connection with our spirit guides and with our angels, and there is something very significant going to happen that is going to make sense really later on. And number 13, it's also telling us that there is a really nice turning point that we are going to have by the end of this week. So this is why I'm so excited, and this is why I was just like, I couldn't wait to actually let you know how this week is going to develop, because for every single sign, for every single one of us, this week it's actually going to be a really important indeed, and you will see exactly what I mean. Of course, I'm going to start with wonderful Aries. Now, Aries, this is the time, and this is going to be the week when it's really important for you to remember to actually stay true to yourself. Beware of the hidden enemies. Beware of the people that are going to little bit surprise you this week, but these people don't mean to you so much, and these people are not to you as such emotionally connected. So it is not going to be that type of like basically feeling low or feeling down, or that type of disappointment, but it is going to be disappointment that is just going to be really good actually, because it is going to help you to stay positive. Now, the fact that you're going to stay positive, the fact that you're going to need to remember to stay positive whatever happens to you this week. It's not going to be bad or anything like that, but it's just a couple of disappointments that you're going to deal with. All what I need to say to you, all what I want to say to you, just remember to stay positive. The positivity, it's going to be the key, okay? And also there is a certain information that you are going to have this week, and that information that you are going to have this week, it's just going to be very important to you. It's to do with somebody who means to you so much. It's to do with somebody who's like some kind of spiritual leader. It's to do with somebody who you really think highly of indeed, and it will not come from that person directly saying to you, but it's just a certain realization that you are going to have through some kind of spiritual person or some kind of a spiritual leader, and that in itself is just going to make you realize that you are on the right way, you are on the right path. And this is very important because it is just going to bring you a quite nice balance and new direction, and it's just going to motivate you, especially in those areas where you kind of lost your motivations, especially in the last 8 months. So this is all going to kind of start making sense to you indeed. When it comes to the actual couples, I need you to be a little bit careful, because it is just like a little bit of lack of motivations that you are going to have. It is very important to try to kind of work on any kind of problems or any kind of things that you may have. But I think that there is a lot of factors from the outside that are actually going to affect both of you, that is in itself going to make you both realize that there is a little bit of lack of motivation this week. So the best would be to like a kind of stay away from each other. Stay away from each other this week. No, if it's really negative, or if it really feels like a little bit low point in the relationship, just remember what I said, that this week it's going to be quite short, and that there are other factors that are going to affect you, and that's why, this is going to pass. It's going to be absolutely fine. When it comes to those of you that are single, you say, I'm sorry my babies, but there is going to be a little disappointment that you are going to have, which is going to be again and again. Somebody's keep on coming back or trying to come back into your life, and whether this is somebody whom you might have had something really important with, whom you might have started something really important with or not, but it's just basically a little bit of sad moment that I'm seeing here. But then this sad moment is just going to be very, oh no, but then again, this is really important because now it is just going to be the realization again about someone. So someone is just going to cross your path again, somebody who has got like some kind of connections with you from the past. Something might have happened, something might have not not happened, but then again, it could be connected to somebody who you know as well. So somebody is going to cross your path, whether this is going to be in your mind or whether this is going to be somewhere you might see them, you might meet them, or whatever it's going to happen. It is just going to lead to you realizing that you need to move on. And it's really important to realize this, and this is going to be a perfect week to realize that, to move on from that kind of a person. That kind of person is not quite the right person for you. When it comes to your health as well, I'm going to say that you really need to kind of, again, avoid caffeine. Try to avoid caffeine as much as you can this week. And also, it's just so important for me to say that this is going to be the week when there's a lot going to be happening. So please try to make sure that you get decent sleep. You will be very sensitive when it comes to sleeping. You will be very sensitive this week when it comes to you like trying to relax in that particular way. So try to kind of cut down on coffee and caffeine, and also try to make sure that you are getting nice and restful sleep, because trust me, you will need to be really sharp this week, and you will know what I was referring to, and you will know, of course, what I meant. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to start with, of course, it's going to be Taurus. Now, I like this week for you because the whole new understanding is going to come for you this week, okay? And that understanding that you are going to have this week is also going to bring you a wonderful conclusion. Now, at one time, in one way, this wonderful conclusion is at the same time going to give you, become a new path for you. And this is really good because this is going to be something that you really want to do. This is going to be something that is very much close to your heart indeed. And also an important realization. And this important realization that you are going to have, it's going to be very much so to do with what you want to do, but it's a very much so something globally, a realization on a global scale that you're going to be part of, that you're going to be thinking about, that you're going to feel really drawn towards to. This is nothing unusual. It's just like a spiritual, it's your time, spiritual, this is your time, and now spiritual, this is the new part of the journey that is just going to become available to you. So this is not a surprise that you're just going to start feeling really drawn to like the world and the really big powerful shift that we are going to have, because this is the wonderful time of the year. It's a very interesting and very powerful time of the year when lots of people are going to realize something very important, and this important thing is going to bring lots of people together. And this, what we're going to realize, is just going to be basically a lot about saving humanity. So this is why am I saying that this is basically just going to be really important time for you. On another hand, you know, there is going to be the stage of your life that you will just kind of know, you're just going to feel very strongly about. And this is just going to be so much for you, focusing on what you do, focusing on your health, focusing on your diet. This is going to be a very important week when you're going to just kind of, you will want to spend some money on you, will want to spend some time on you. And this is just going to be really good time of reward. And this is going to be a really good time of realization, because you're just going to start realizing that your life is actually moving towards the rather nice direction, but there is going to be a bit of a wishful thinking situation, because there was something that you have been drawn towards to do when it comes to your life. There was something that you were really drawn to do when it comes to what you do, when it comes to your finances and things like that, and you're just going to realize it was a little bit of a wishful situation, but then at the same time it's just going to make you feel really indecisive. And also there is going to be a little sacrifice that you're going to realize that you're going to need to make this week. This sacrifice is going to be very significant, Taurus, and this sacrifice is going to be very important, Taurus. And it's a lot to do with what you do, and it's a lot to do with like what you feel comfortable doing in life. To you, your key this week is going to be just what you do, what you like doing comfortable in your life, what you like doing. Now, there are going to be certain things that you're just going to need to pay attention to. There are certain things that are going to arise. There are certain problems that are going to arise, but the problems are actually going to be really good, because at the same time as you are going through this, as you're starting this journey, at the same time you're just going to realize something, oh my goodness, something very powerful, something very significant, and something life-changing. I said to you before, like at the start start of this reading. This starts on the 7th of January. It ends on the 13th of January. This is so important. Number 7, a new door that are about to be opened. By the time you get to the number 13, this is the beautiful spiritual bridge that you are going to cross. And by the end of the 13th day, on the 14th day, there is the whole new option that is going to become available for you, and lots of other people are actually going to benefit from it. When it comes to the actual diet, and when it comes to the actual health, you know, then this is just going to be the time when you're actually going to need to kind of pay attention to avoid like a fluoride and avoid like a certain chemicals. Now fluoride, you're going to be very sensitive when it comes to the actual fluoride. I do not like fluoride. Fluoride is like basically not really a natural ingredient. It is just something that's put deliberately into the water, and it's put deliberately into our toothpaste. I do not think that the fluoride is good for your teeth at all, and this is just what I think. But then again, at the same time, you know, fluoride is actually the actual chemical that it's made, you see, and this is why lots of people can feel very sensitive when it comes to it. So when it comes to that, please just try to make sure that you're using the natural toothpaste without any fluoride added, because this is going to be the area that is just going to be rather sensitive. And on another hand, also when it comes to the mouthwash, try to use or buy mouthwash without fluoride, like strictly. When it comes to those of you that are in a relationship, this is a really good week, because your partner is actually going to not do something really good, but it's just like a certain efforts that your partner was doing, and certain things that your partner was actually hoping to happen, you know, when it comes to their work, when it comes to their development. This is going to be good, because the whole new passion is going to come out of it, because there is going to be development of beautiful realization that your partner is going to have. So this is going to be the step in the right direction. Financially, this is going to be really good, and in general, this is going to be really good progress when it comes to your partner. Of course, you're going to benefit from it like there is no tomorrow. So it's going to be a really good week indeed. New passion is going to be born here. When it comes to the actual Tauruses that are actually in single, now those of you that are single, you're actually going to really have a great time this week. You're going to be enjoying yourself this week. I do not see you finding somebody, but I'm just seeing also like realizing something very important this week, something very important about yourself, very important about what you like, and very important what you want to do in the future, because that in itself is going to have direct connection with who you're going to like next, or who is going to walk into your life. Okay, so now the third sign that I'm going to mention is just going to be Gemini. Now Gemini, this is a really good week, because there is the whole new opportunity that is going to manifest for you. The whole new opportunity is going to present itself to you, and after that moment, it is actually going to be very significant to mention that this opportunity that is going to present itself to you, it's going to be connected, it's going to come through someone who you know. And also I want to say that it's going to be really good, because there is the whole new prospect, of course, that is going to come out of it. The whole new idea is going to come out of it, and this is going to be good. But what I need to say to you also, my beautiful Gemini, is do not rush into any decisions this week. Don't start anything big this week. I said the opportunity is going to present itself. It's so important just to kind of just step back from the situation, look at the picture from a slightly different angle, see where there is a balance and imbalance, because there is going to be a certain balance over there, imbalance over there, which means that you are going to need to make certain changes, and you are going to need to make a certain sacrifices in order to get where you get. Okay, so that's why I'm just saying to you that any big decisions, negotiations, or anything like that, you can think about it this week. This is important. You have this energy around you this week. This week is very powerful. This week is very spiritual. This week is going to bring us lots of understanding that we didn't kind of, we wasn't aware of. And this is why I'm saying that you can think and think and think. But actually, when it comes to the end of this week, like a 14th, from the 14th onwards, it's going to be absolutely fine to do negotiations. But when it comes to the actual, this period of time for you, Gemini, it is very important to focus and think and and focus and think. And every time when you're thinking, you're just opening a new door in the universe for yourself. So you start opening the door, and then by the time you know the third day comes, then you're already going to be on the seventh door, on your seventh path, on your seventh journey, and it's all going to be so much better, and it's all of course going to make so much more sense. When it comes to the actual health, and when it comes to the actual diet, like a health, like for example Gemini, you're just going to have to, like, there's a lot going to be happening this week. I can see that you're going to be a little bit stressed this week, but that's just absolutely fine. You know, stress is okay. Stress is a normal reaction. Of course, it's not good to get too stressed, but stress, you know, this is what we go through, and it can be, of course, indeed dangerous if we get really stressed. But just try to stick to like a certain crystals, like a clear quartz. Try to have the clear quartz around you this week, or maybe try to have a beautiful look at this wonderful amethyst around you this week as well, because these crystals are rather wonderful. Even labradorite is really beautiful. Labradorite is also rather nice when it comes to the actual stress, when it comes to actual anxiety and things like that, because they're wonderful. And Larima stone, you see, each one of these crystals or stones, if you can have throughout you can surround yourself this week, it will be absolutely brilliant, because it's going to help you like kind of to focus, and especially when it comes to stress and things like that. And expect a really important news this week as well. When it comes to your partner, when it comes to the actual relationships, now this is great, because the whole new determination is going to come in. Something is going to happen with your partner, and your partner is going to like it, because your partner is going to have your partner is actually going to be able to relax and chill out after this week, and you're going to like this indeed, because you're both going to be benefiting from it. Your partner is going to be in a good mood. That's going to put you in a good mood automatically, and also the whole new determination that I'm seeing, and I can see that something is going to happen this week. Something is going to be born this week. Something is going to manifest this week. Something is going to manifest this week that is actually going to be really good for both of you. It's going to bring the whole new determination. Okay? And when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I think you are ready to mingle indeed, because there is someone very interesting that is going to show this week. Someone very interesting is going to manifest this week, and you're going to love this, because it is just whole new hope is going to happen. There is something beyond you will see. There is something beyond this person you will understand. There is something beyond this person that you will feel. It is going to be the whole new world, the whole new adventure that is just going to be attached to this person. So much it's going to actually come to this person. So for those of you that are single, I can see socially this is going to be fantastic, bombastic week indeed, which means that you are going to be like showered by attention this week, and also you're going to meet quite a few new people. But there is someone amongst them who you are going to meet who is going to be very, very, very special, and you're not going to be able to stop thinking about them. So someone very, very special is about to enter your life this week, Gemini. Okay? Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Cancer. Now, Cancerians, you see, I actually really like this week, because what is going to happen this week, you will make a really big decision. The really big decision that you are going to make this week is going to be very important, and it's just going to involve other people, and it's just going to be a really big starting point. Okay? And also, what else I was going to say, that a new start, which is going to be based on a certain little option that you are going to have. The option is also going to become available this week, and the option that is actually going to become available this week is just gonna first it's gonna seem like something really tiny. First it's gonna seem something like a really insignificant. First it's gonna seem something like which is not really important, but then as more as you think about it, the more you're going to feel connected to this idea. The more you think about it, the more you will understand this idea. The more you think about it, you will also more you will want to do it. And this is a lot to do with you changing things, the way you do things. Changing your way of thinking is going to be very significant. Changing certain things about your diet. Also, this is going to be an important week when it comes to your health. You really need to make sure that your diet is perfect, that your diet is correct, because your stomach, again, it's going to be very sensitive. This is nothing unusual, but just please try to kind of just stick to the natural products. I mean, stick to like a natural fruit and vegetables. This is going to be really important, just to stick to organic and as natural as possible. Try to flush out the toxins out of your system, because that is the area again that is going to be quite negative. So that's why you just need to drink lots of water, and also just try to drink, to have the whole week of like a juices and squash juices, like to try to do your own juices and things like that. Organic fruit and vegetables would be absolutely brilliant when it comes to your health. Also, on another hand, I was going to say the whole new adventure. Now all this is going to present itself at the end like the whole new adventure, okay? But I will have to say to you, be brave, my beautiful Cancerians, be brave, be brave, be brave, because at the same time you will feel a little bit scared, and you will feel like, oh my god, I don't know if I dare. And that's why any situation that arises this week, Cancerians, and any situation that requires from you to dare, to be daring, just go for it, because this is going to be your sign, your pre-sign. This is going to be your significant sign that actually something really important is about to develop for you and unfold for you, and it's going to feel like a whole new adventure. This is going to be a really amazing starting point. When it comes to those of you that are actually working, and those of you that are expecting the financial situation to improve, this is really great, because from you're somebody who you see as a leader, from you're somebody who you see as an owner, from you're somebody who you see like it's just somebody maybe above you, or like it really depends what are you going through in your life at the moment. However, they will have a really good news for you, that you are on the right path, that you're on the right journey, and this is financially going to be a really great week, because you are going to find yourself also in a situation where finances are actually going to improve, and I can see you focusing and doing something, that you're wanting to buy something to reward yourself for your hard work. And you know, let me tell you what this is actually going to be absolutely perfect time for it indeed, because it's all about the balance. We work, we do this, we do that, but just don't forget to just like kind of rewarding yourself. This is so important, because for the balance, this is absolutely necessary. When it comes to your partner, your partner is actually going to get some kind of inheritance, or your partner is going to get if your partner hasn't got a family, if your partner hasn't got like anyone to get an inheritance from, there is most certainly going to be the certain amount of money that your partner is going to get, and other people are going to be part of it, but it is going to be a rather nice amount, and that in itself is just going to be a very great time for both of you, because this is going to be the pure, again, effort, you know, like a result of the hard work that your partner went through, but this money is actually going to come through rather nicely. So for the couples, this is going to be really, really good, because you will have some certain starting point here, and you will want to do something together, and there is a certain journey that you're also going to be thinking about, or there is a certain journey that you will want to book. When it comes to those of you that are single, now this is a perfect time. This is the time, this is the week when you are going to rejuvenate yourself. This is the week of the new start. This is the week of the rejuvenation, and this is the week of a balance. This is not about finding love. This is not about finding boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, you know. This is about the actual balance, about getting balance, about rejuvenation, okay? That rejuvenation is going to bring a new energy. That new energy is going to bring a new balance, and that new balance is going to be absolutely brilliant for you. It's going to put a big smile on your face, but it's also going to be almost life-changing, because then you need to go through this week, and then after that moment, after that point, you will be ready like for the new relationships. Perhaps you were focusing on other things. Perhaps you were focusing on the wrong people. It really doesn't matter. So this is why we need to have this little readjustment that you're going to have this week, which is rather important. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Leo. Okay, Leo. This is so good health-wise. This is brilliant. You're going to feel lots of energy this week, and you're going to see really nice improvements. You know, last week I said you need to be a little bit careful, because sciatica, and a little bit careful about the skeleton or skeleton in general of Leos was really like a very sensitive area. So now I'm happy to say that this week is just going to start feeling really great right from the beginning of the week, because you're just going to start feeling like your energy levels are going to be so much better, and like your energy levels are actually coming back. This is brilliant because also that is just going to motivate you. It's going to make you feel really happy, and emotionally you will have an absolutely wonderful week. And emotionally you will have a wonderful week because you will start finding your happiness in this life. And I'm not saying that you lost your happiness in this life, but I'm just saying that there was a lot going on that Leos, you were like focusing on, and it was taking your attention, and certain things haven't been right, you know, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to maybe certain people in your life, certain people in your family, certain people in your life, you know, all these things together, you know, they create one little bubble that puts us in, and then we just kind of have to deal with this situation, and we have to deal with these feelings, and we have to deal with these emotions to the best of our knowledge. And the best thing to do this and to deal with this is to actually just go for it, go for it, go for it. Sometimes, you know, life can be a little bit difficult, life can be a little bit hard, but this is just a certain stage that we need to go through. If it's always difficult and hard, then we have to find out what is wrong, and we have to find out, you know, it's a lot to do with our spiritual journey, it's a lot to do with our past life, it's a lot to do with our karma. It is a really big picture, and it's very complex indeed. But when it comes to you, this is fantastic, because let me tell you something, Leos, you're gonna feel really happy this week, you're gonna feel really good this week. The whole new, this energy is also going to make you realize that there is a certain ending going to happen. This is a very important stage in your life, because this ending that is going to happen is just going to make you to have a really big decision. That decision is going to be really big. That decision is going to be really significant. That decision is going to be really powerful. And it's connected to what you do, what you're focusing on, and what you were thinking about in a long time that you're going to do it, but you were just waiting. Immediately, as soon as you do that, you're actually going to get in the whole new inspiration and potential. And that's all you need. Leos, you're so powerful. My goodness, I said this million times how powerful you are. And when I see that you're going to get whole new inspiration and potential, that is just going to become your power. That is just going to become your energy. That is just going to become your determination. And when you are determined, my goodness, you can break the building down. You can destroy the building with your fist, you know, Leo. That's what a description. But that's how powerful you are. That's how powerful your mind is. That's how powerful your direction of your mind is when you decide to do something. So the whole new inspiration and potential is going to come, and it's going to make you feel really good, because not only you are going to benefit from it, but the people in your life are going to benefit from it. This is going to be absolutely great starting point for you. You're going to hear a good news about a certain member in your family again that you were worrying about. It was something negative. You were worrying, you were scared. They were like emotionally drained, this person in your life, this family member, emotionally not really well, emotionally unbalanced. So now that person is you're going to have a really good news when it comes to that person. That's really great. Also, you have to make sure that person is paying attention to their diet. That person is not having a good diet, and this is somebody who's in your life. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. On another hand, when it comes to the actual relationship, now Leo's in relationship, this is going to be quite interesting, because your partner is going to be focusing on work quite a lot. Your partner is going to be going through certain changes when it comes to work, and something is going to be offered to them. If your partner is not working, if you're retired, then you can just take this in like some kind of hobby, or basically it depends when it comes to the finances and financial situation. You can put it in this way, that financially this is going to start improving, and financially there is something going to happen here which is going to be really good for those of you that are retired, and for those of you that don't need to work. So it's an important stage which is going to give an option to both of you. It is going to be busy week for your partner, a very emotionally busy week, and very busy week when it comes to work. By the end of the day, this is just going to be very good for you, because this is going to be the whole new starting point when it comes to your partner and when it comes to your relationship. And also the whole new massive option is going to become available, and it's going to become delicious to both of you. And that option is only going to become available because of the success that your partner had, that you're both of course going to benefit from. And there's a new problem going to come to an end as well when it comes to your partner. There is a certain problem that is also going to come to an end. Now, for those of you Leos that are actually single, I know that there is, for those of you Leos that are single, it is just I don't know how to explain this, but there is going to be a luxurious experience you will have, luxurious situation you will be part of, a rich situation that you're going to be part of, an interesting situation that you are going to be part of. But this is all about glamour. This is all about something really nice. This is all about something really expensive. There is some kind of situation that is going to happen that you're going to find yourself being part of. And then there is a really important, why am I saying this? Well, because there is a really important realization that you are going to have at the same time. And that really important realization that you are going to have at the same time, it is just going to be really life-changing for you, because at that moment in time, something is going to happen when it comes to your spirit. Something is going to happen when it comes to your angels. Something is going to happen when it comes to your focus and who you like. And at the same time, you're also going to make a really strong connection, and that strong connection is going to bring someone really interesting and really powerful into your life, who is going to become your lover later on. It is not going to happen this week, but this is just going to be the beginning of a big change, the beginning of a new life, the beginning of a new direction. And I can see a huge, massive smile on your face. I'm so happy for you, Leos, because now this is going to be the time when things are going to start really literally feeling like, wow, yes. Now, the next sign that I'm talking about, of course, is going to be Virgo. Virgo! Be careful, Virgo, this week. Be careful, Virgo, this week. Be careful, Virgo, this week, because someone is going to try to do something naughty, naughty, naughty. Somebody with a strange looking, somebody very strange, somebody very bizarre, somebody really different, somebody very unusual is going to try to take an advantage from you. And I need you to be a little bit careful, because a little snake is coming out again, and a little snake is coming in many shapes. This one is not just a snake all the time. This one is a snake, then it's a bird, then it's like a turtle, then it's like a fish. You know, this one is changing its shapes, but a snake can be felt most of the time. So this is someone that you're gonna feel that something is not quite right with. So that's why I just need you to be a little bit careful this week. Try to keep things to yourself. Anything that concerns you, your finances, your personal situation, anything that someone can try to take from you, or anything that someone can try to use against you, be careful, be careful, be careful. Even the walls have got ears. Even the walls have got eyes around you. So just be careful. I'm not saying to try to be a little bit paranoid, because I'm not trying to make you paranoid, because you will be fine. You will come on top. You will come as a winner. But I'm just saying that I'm preparing you now just to keep certain things to yourself, and you will be absolutely fine. Also, when it comes to you and the progress in general, you will have a massive, significant progress this week. I'm so happy for you. You will feel pleased with yourself. You will feel happy with your progress. Financially, this is going to be a great week. And also at the same time, the new idea that you will have, and that new idea is just going to be so good for you, because it's just going to be connected to the time when you felt really low. It's going to be connected to the time not that long ago when you felt kind of unhappy and unsettled with what you do. You were just kind of maybe doing things, but you were just kind of uncertain what your direction is going to be. Now there is a very strong direction that is going to come here. Very strong direction is going to bring a new passion, and that new passion is also again going to bring you a new motivation. Also, financial reward you are going to have this week. Okay, another thing that I was going to say to you, Virgos, my babies, you just need to be open-minded. There is a certain opportunity that is going to happen. The certain opportunity is also going to be connected to what you do, to what you have done so far, and is going to be connected to the new life and the better financial situation. I just need you to remember, Virgos, my babies, be very open-minded this week. Do you get me? There is something is going to happen, and you're not going to be too sure how to react. you're going to feel a little bit strange, an unusual situation, an unusual person, an unusual start, an unusual outcome. Just be very open-minded, because your open-mindedness is going to be the key for the new direction, the key for the new life, the key for the new start, and the key for the new beginning. Okay? And also, when it comes to those of you who are wondering about your health, like what is going to happen, like when it comes to you wondering what's going to happen with your health this week. Now, Virgos, you also have to be quite careful this week, because you're going to feel a little bit more stressed that you normally feel this week, and this is just because you will come across with the certain decisions that you're going to need to make, and that's going to just throw you out of the balance. And it's just really important to make sure that you're grounded. Please try to. I know it's like a winter in certain parts of the world. In certain parts of the world it's a summer, you know, it really depends. But what is really important, Virgos, for you this week when it comes to your health, take your shoes off, take your socks off, find a little bit of ground somewhere and just stand on the ground. This is so important. I know it's the winter outside somewhere, you know, in certain parts of the world. Where I am at the moment, it's a winter, but just for a few minutes, if you can take your socks, if you can take your shoes, find a certain part of the forest or certain part of the park where people don't walk too much on, where the energy is really clean, when the energy is really powerful, where the energy is really significant, and just just try step on that little path, you know, step on that ground, and just close your eyes and just relax yourself a little bit and just ground yourself. This is going to be a powerful time, an important time for grounding. As you're grounding yourself with no shoes, as you're grounding yourself with no socks, you're making at the same time, a strong connection by grounding yourself. And just imagine all this energy going from the top of your head, going down. By the time it comes to the bottom, just imagine like a tree roots coming from the earth, from your feet, you know, and going deep into the ground. I just need you to imagine this beautifully. It only takes a few minutes. This is what I need you to do. And what else I was going to say, there is going to be a little bit of argument that you are going to have and this week with someone, and I just need you to kind of try to not to be too defensive, try to arise above the situation and look at the situation from a whole different angle. There is the whole new direction going to come through. It's fantastic. The whole new direction that is going to come through, it's going to be the new idea, and that new idea is going to involve you doing something really big. This is going to involve you focusing and trying to change a really big part of your life that is not easy, that is not quick, that is not fast, but it's all going to make sense with the certain change that is going to come through. And that certain change is going to bring something new energy, new people, new relationships, new connections in your life. And this is going to be a really wonderful starting point, because you're going to feel motivation you didn't feel in a really long time. Now, when it comes to those of you in relationship, you have to be careful. This is not going to be the great way, because your partner is going to be going through something really difficult. Your partner is going to feel really low. Your partner is going to feel a little bit negative. So when it comes to the actual relationships, I just need you to be a little bit careful. Take care of your partner. Just make sure that they're doing the right things. Make sure that they're having enough exercise. Make sure that they're eating a nice food. Make sure that they're having lots of smoothies, you know, and things like that. I know it sounds like, oh, smoothies and things like that, but this is just so important, because it is just at the same time, it is a very good to clear the energy. It's at the same time, it's a very good to get rid of all the toxins and things like that. And I feel like your partner is really going to benefit from it really a lot. But however, I just need you to just to let you know that the partner is going to be going through something a little bit difficult, and is just going to need your help. And also at the same time, try to make sure that you are trying to do anything you possibly can in order to try to make your partner to forget about certain things. Just to take your partner to shopping, go and buy something for them, or you can buy something for them, you can surprise them. That's really good. Do something really out of ordinary, or do something really extraordinary, which is just going to be really great thing, absolutely perfect thing to do in this particular situation. And now, when it comes to those of you that are single, now, ooh baby, baby, ooh baby, baby, ooh Virgo, Virgo. When it comes to those of you that are single, you are just going to have a like really great time this week, my little babies. You are just going to be all around the place. You're going to be flirting. You're going to be having a great time. You're going to be meeting some interesting people. But there is someone very interesting you're going to meet. That person is going to be connected to some kind of journey, some kind of trip, some kind of traveling. Whether this is going to happen at around the time you book something, it depends. Whether it's going to happen like when you're going somewhere, it depends. But there is a certain person going to arise. That person is going to arise as somebody you have never met before, somebody you've never seen before, and there is the start of a really wonderful relationship going to happen here. The start of relationship is going to be something special, something very powerful, something very significant, and also that person is just going to be somebody who's just going to fancy the pants of you, and you're gonna like it indeed. And also it is just a whole new feeling, and you're just gonna feel like you've never felt in a really long time. And this is somebody who's coming, somebody who's coming from your past life, getting into this life again. Hello, I'm here, take me. Now this is it. Now this is going to be an important time, and also I can say this is all connected to the success. This is someone very good looking, but it's also somebody very successful. When you meet this person, there are other people going to be around as well. Okay, so now, ooh, Virgo. So now basically it's Libra. Now, Libras, it is all going to be about the important continuation this week. The important continuation this week. Important. Especially when you will have a low moment when you're going to think, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm not doing this. Just remember, Sasha. Just remember me. Remember me. It's all about the important continuation this week. That in itself is going to help you to break through. That in itself is going to give you the wings. That in itself is going to make you butterfly. That in itself is going to give you power. This is so important. And also, there is a secret. I'm surprised I didn't knock these candles yet. There are secrets that are going to be revealed to you this week. This week is the week of secrets. This week is the week of revealing. This week is the week of the realization, okay? A little disappointment about someone, but then again, a little disappointment about a certain person in your life. It's also going to bring you a new learning experience, a new realization, and also the fact that you're going to realize that it's time to protect yourself this week. Now, the time to protect yourself this week is you have to do like something like your energy levels are going to be a little bit low. So when it comes to your health, you're going to feel a little bit tired this week, which is not going to be absolutely great. But at the same time, we are going to feel a very strong connection with the spirit guides, angel guides, our angels, because this week starts on the 7th and it ends up on the 13th. You know, I told you about this number 7. It's all about spirituality. Number 13, it's all about something new and all about the new beginning, the new sign and things like that. So basically, you are going to, because of that, on one hand, your energies are going to be very strong and connected to this universe, but then you're just going to find yourself also, because you're going to feel a little bit tired and drained. You're going to feel very, very, not weak. Weak is not the right word, but you're going to feel very vulnerable when it comes to like receiving certain like energy from other people that can actually affect us. If they're good energy, that's absolutely brilliant. But if they're low vibration people, then this can make us a little bit sick, you know, this can make us feel a little bit negative, and that's why it's so important to protect yourself, my babies. So this is why, because of the energy levels are going to be a little bit low, but on another hand, you're going to feel very spiritual open. I just need you to surround yourself with the dark crystals, with the black crystals, which are really brilliant to help you to protect your energy and to keep negative people away from you and to keep negative energies away from you. It's like a black onyx, it's like a black tourmaline, it's like a hematite, and the crystals like this are really important when it comes to your own protection this week. And also, my babies, you are going to have a wonderful turning point. The bottom line is that there is a turning point that you are going to have. That turning point is going to be very much to do with your destiny and fortune, and this is so important because it's going to bring the new direction. The direction that is going to be brought to you is going to make you realize that you're going to do something that you don't like, like you're going to have to make a certain change in your life, and you're not going to feel too excited about it whatsoever. But you see, because of this turning point, you're going to realize that this is also going to bring a wonderful swift change, and it is going to direct you and redirect you and put you on the right journey. This is brilliant, because at least you're not going to find yourself in a dark rooms anymore without realizing which way to go, which turn to go, which door to open. There are very important and significant door that are going to be shining for you after this moment. There's the whole new option that is going to become available for you. That number 3 is going to be very significant when it comes to this indeed. When it comes to your partner, ooh la la, your partner is going to have a really wonderful recognition when it comes to them, when it comes to what they were focusing on, and that recognition is going to be something that is going to be absolutely amazing. But also recently you started something with your partner, recently you had some kind of beginning, and recently you had some kind of chat, and there were no progress. You had some kind of conversation, you wanted something to develop, happen, but there was no progress whatsoever when it came to the situation. And now you will also see the really wonderful recognition when it comes to you, and when it comes to your relationship, and when it comes to those areas and those situations in your life, when it comes to your situations that you wanted to change, that you wanted to focus on, you're going to be able to see this now. It's a wonderful recognition. So it is going to mean to you so much, because you will be able to do something that you wanted to do for a while, but you just needed your partner to get on the same level in their mind like you are. And most certainly this is about to happen now. When it comes to the actual Libras that are single, when it comes to those of you that are single, you see, you're going to find yourself being in a situation where you're going to like kind of being in a few different places. You know, you will be changing places a lot, you will be changing people a lot, and there will be a lot happening when it comes to relationships in general, but it's the relationships with friends, relationships with people. There's a certain thing going to happen with somebody who is very close to you, a certain friend or even certain family member, and they're going through some kind of change, and they're going to require some kind of help from you. And that help that they're going to require from you, it is going to take a certain amount of energy from you without you even realizing. And that energy that is going to be taken from you without you even realizing, it's actually going to kind of make you to realize that there is some kind of help that you're going to need to give to someone. And that in itself is just kind of going to make you realize something about your friend, something about that other person, something about some other person in your friends, in your life. But then again, this is just going to be the time of spending time with the friends, family, and it's very important, because there's something very valuable that you are going to realize this week. And this is for you Libras. The bottom line here is something very valuable you're going to realize, and that is going to become like a little diamond that you're going to be able to use on your own spiritual journey later on. Very important indeed. Okay, Libra, my babies, now the next sign is going to be Scorpio. My Lord, a new direction, okay? Very, very perfect. This is going to be a perfect week to light the candle. Scorpio, you are going to be very powerful spiritually, very powerful energetically. I already told you at the beginning, and I'm keep on saying, and I'm going to say it again. This week starts on the 7th of January. Now this is such an importance. Number 7 is like the gate is about to open. The gate are open. The spiritual gate are about to open. You've got a key. You're the one with the key. Okay, this is number 7. And number 7 is also a very strong number, very spiritual number. Most of the people in the world feel so much connection to number 7, but people sometimes can't explain why this is. And number 7 is because it's a very spiritual number. It's a very strong number. It's connected to our angels. It's connected to our spirit guides. And it's not only that, but it's also connected to manifestation. And when it comes to those signs that have got a superpower to manifest, it is you, Scorpio, especially this week. It starts on the 7th and it ends on the 13th. So number 7, it's all about spirituality, and number 13th, it's all about the big turning point. This is what is going to happen. A big turning point that is so much connected to you, your own vision, your starting point, your destiny and your fortune. This is going to be really, really big, because you're you're going to end up with a whole new option after this point, after this moment indeed. It is the perfect time to light the candle. Light the candle this week, my babies, okay? And when you light the candles, just make sure it's a 1 liter candle, you know? These are selenium, like candle holders, but when you light the candles, if it can be like whichever size you want, but as thinner, it will be quite better actually, because it's going to burn quicker. The point is to light the candle at the same time, my babies. When you light the candle, just think about some kind of wish, think about some kind of dream, think about some kind of manifestation, think about what would you like to happen in your life, think about what would you like to change in your life, think about a new starting point, think about what is bringing you down, think about what is making you unhappy, and just put all that in one powerful fireball. And just at the moment when you light the candle, just at that moment, just think, what would you like to manifest? What would you like to happen? What would you like your new direction to be? What would you like to be revealed to you? What? Just at the same time as you're lighting the candle, just try to make this strong, powerful connection. And then when you light the candle, you just say, what would you like to happen? And just say, by the time this candle finished burning, then my wish is going to start to manifest. And at that very moment, you will send your message to the universe. You will send your message to the God. You will send your message to the spirit guides. You will send your message to the angels. Scorpios, please do this, because this is going to be so significant for you. But you will be able to see that it's going to be a strange week. It's going to feel strange. It's going to feel unusual, but it's brilliant, because this is the time when you strive. This is the time of the new dimension. This is the time of the different dimension where other signs can't really, where other signs, you know, they may find themselves in a certain, you know, areas when they don't know what to do exactly straight away, like as quick as you can do, because subconsciously react very, very quickly indeed. So this is why this is so important, because this is all so connected. Although the energy is going to be very strong this week, and I want to say that you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to accomplish a lot this week. This is a great week to start new things, for the new beginnings, and also suddenly the cloud that was the dark cloud around you that was preventing you from enjoying your success, enjoying your life, enjoying your direction, you know, that was just so cloudy recently that it just prevented you to see on the other side. The cloud is going to pick up now. The cloud is going to go. The cloud is going to disappear, and something wonderful is actually going to become available to you. But apart from that, you're going to realize how much you have accomplished, you know, this week, how much you have accomplished so far, and something interesting that happened from the beginning of the year 2019 that is just going to be quite significant. Okay. Also, this is going to be an important week to acknowledge how are you blocking yourself? How are you blocking yourself? Where have you been blocking yourself so far? There was a certain thought that you have had, certain negativity that you had, and that certain negativity and certain thought that you had was preventing you to move on with your life for the last 13 months. For the last 13th months, this particular thought was keep on coming, and that thought, you know, the words are energy, the thoughts are energy, our thinking is energy. This all contains a certain power, and that in itself, it just makes us to react in a different way. So that's why this is going to be an important week to actually realize what was that word, what was coming back into your life, what word that was kind of like just kind of slowing you from your own achievement or preventing you to move on. And this is going to be important, because this is literally going to be life changing. This is so important, and it is going to bring a really important ending into your life. You will want to finish something in your life that is just, it's literally came to an end. And also it's going to bring the new inspiration and potential into your life, but it is just going to be required to you making again as well like a really, really big change. Okay, the whole new vision is going to come through, the whole new forward is going to come through. Okay, and that new vision is also going to be followed by a little bit like an unusual situation that you're going to find yourself being part of, where you're going to have a little bit of arguments this week, and you're going to be quite prone to a little bit of arguments. So just try, and this is why, because your energy is going to be all around other place. You're going to be busy with your own thoughts. So just to prepare you that you're going to feel like a little bit touchy, feely this week, but that's just absolutely fine, because when you are this deep, you can feel like this sometimes because of all this energy. But then again, it is the whole new perseverance and vision that you're going to have, and you're going to start to feeling very motivated this week indeed. When it comes to your actual health, my beautiful babies, when it comes to your actual health, you're also going to need to try to eat as healthy as possible. I do see a lack of vitamin C. The lack of vitamin C in Scorpios, this is just so important to pay attention to, because the vitamin C is a very important vitamin that we need, the vitamins that we have. So the vitamin that we need. So please try to make sure that you take a substantial amount of vitamin C, because this is something that you're just going to need. And try to again avoid like squashes, avoid Coca-Cola, Pepsi and all these things. Just try to stick to water, because you are having also certain toxins that you're going to need to flush out of the system. And the best thing to do is going to be to drink pure water and not adding different toxins into your system. So please, that's just so important. What else I was going to say, my beautiful babies, is the fact that when it comes to your actual partner and when it comes to your relationship, this is brilliant, because financially this is going to be a great week. Financially this is going to be a good week. Something is going to unfold. Something is going to start unfolding when it comes to your partner, and your partner is going to come through to you. Your partner is going to surprise you. Your partner is going to tell you something, and this is also going to be really big. This is going to be really significant. Your partner is going to keep you as a part of their important change. You will realize that you will be the part of an important change when it comes to your partner, and when it comes to your life, and when it comes to your relationship together in general. Okay, so this is going to be an important time indeed. When it comes to those of you Scorpios that are single and ready to mingle, now there are a couple of people that are just going to kind of come through forward. One is from the past that is going to be on your mind. Bye, see you later, alligator. No, that from the past is meant to be in the past. It's not somebody who's meant to be with you. There's no point to keep being with somebody whom you just shouldn't really be together. I mean, you can if you want, but sometimes our spiritual journeys just come to an end. So one of them is going to be actually somebody who's going to try to come back from the past, and another person is going to be somebody who just is going to start showing themselves this week. Both of them are not going to be good. Both of them are not going to be significant. Don't worry. Rather try to avoid certain people. Rather try to avoid a certain person. Rather try to avoid certain situations, because sometimes you see, we do learn from the people. We learn. We get a spiritual experience. There's experience absolutely everywhere that we learn. But now with these two will just bring you down, and these two people are not the right people to actually try to come into your life at this time. This is just going to be a little test for you, and both of these people are essential for you and your spiritual journey, because there is a really important realization that you're going to have about yourself through these two people. So it's happening for a reason indeed. So now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius, a very sharp week indeed. The situation is going to arise just out of the blue, and it's just going to make you feel like a little bit uneasy, and it's just going to become like a situation that is going to be a little bit strange, unusual, but at the same time it's going to become like a new option. Now it's going to become very uneasy for you, because you're going to find yourself the part of the situation where there are going to be too many new things around you, but you're not going to be too sure how to react. You're not going to be too sure which way to go. But trust me, this is going to be brilliant for you, because although it is going to seem like to yourself like you're confused, you're not going to be confused at all. It is just certain feelings, certain emotions, certain energies in your mind, within your spirits that you're going to need to go through in order to actually make an important decision. This is all be going to boil down to the fact that you're going to make an important decision, the decision that is going to happen with you, and it's going to be very powerful. It's going to start with you, but it's going to be connected to the other people in your life, okay? And it's all going to boil down to moderation. It is not going to be something that is going to be happening overnight, but it's going to be a great turning point for you. And it's also going to be connected to you privately. You will want to do a really big change when it comes to your life, when it comes to your life in general. You will feel drawn to do a big change. And that change that you will want to do will also going to be strongly connected to your finances, to the financial situation and things like that. And this is all going to come together, which is going to be brilliant. Okay, and also let me tell you something, because you're going to have a beautifully clear vision and focus. This is what I was going to say. You're going to feel so sharp, beautiful clear vision, beautiful focus. This is not about doing things this week, starting things this week necessarily, but this is the week for thinking. I know it sounds weird, but because of the clear focus, because of being so sharp, just try to think about your life in general. You don't have to think too much or like even meditate. You don't even have to meditate. This is how sharp you're going to be. Just when you think about the problems that have been bothering you for a while, the problems that have been bothering you for a long time, now it is going to feel exactly the same, but the difference now is going to be that without you realizing, you're going to come up with certain resolutions to the problems, and the way they're going to happen, the way you're going to start feeling drawn towards them, it's going to be slightly different, but also you're going to start feeling drawn towards the certain stages that are going to be slightly different. And now this is going to be the turning point for you indeed, because after that moment the whole new inspiration and potential is going to happen, and also joy, family. I can see other people that are actually going to be really excited about yourself. There is I don't like when I see this, but there's just somebody really not nice. If you come across somebody who you think, this is not right, this person is not right in your life, somebody comes across you, just stay away from them. Stay away, because your intuition this week is not going to lead you astray whatsoever. So just stay away, because there is going to be somebody who is not really good, somebody who's really bad, and somebody who you're going to realize this as well. So it's the best is just to stay away from them. And then again, at the end of the day, that in itself is just going to kind of just make you realize, that it's going to make you feel like to be a little bit defensive and things like that. But as I always say, just try to rise above the situation and try to keep certain things to yourself this week and things like that. It is going to be certain abandonment when it comes to the certain person in your life. Also, I like it because by the time you get to the end of this week, there's the whole new adventure that is going to become available for you. Almost like by the time when the 14th happens, by the time when the new weeks happens, you're just going to kind of like be prepared on a really, really big journey. It is going to be the start of the new spiritual journey without you even realizing, and you're going to start being part of something new, something different, something very significant, and this is going to be big indeed. Sagittarius, this is going to be big week. I really have to say this is going to be big week. What else I was going to say, that when it comes to the actual health, you need to be careful. Your back is going to be very, very sensitive area, your lower back, my goodness, and also your shoulders and your neck. Please be careful. Just if you are picking things up for a living, for work, if this is part of your work, of course, then, it's just please, just try to take it as easy as possible. When you're sleeping, sleep on your side, with a pillow in between your legs, and try to make sure that you've got a good quality pillow, because this can affect you so much. People have no idea how much this can actually affect people, because your body can just start molding toward in a completely different shape, or in a wrong shape. It's like doing the exercise in the gym without stretching, for example, things like that. You shouldn't really be doing this. So this is why this is so important when it comes to your health. Just try to sit in the right way, sit correctly, and try to sleep on the side throughout the whole week if you can, and try to stick to the Sorry about that, I can hear like sirens. Yes, just try to, this is going to be important because then this is just going to be your health, you know, to basically just take care of it, okay? And also, when it comes to your partners now, this is your partner is going to be going through a little bit stressful time, but it's going to be quite good. I have to say that this is going to be good. This is a good stress. This is a good anxiety, because your partner is just going to start becoming part of something big, part of something new. Your partner himself or herself or themselves, they will also be going through certain changes, but these changes are going to be good, these changes are going to be powerful, but these changes are also going to have lots of elements that your partner is unsure about. So, but it is going to be the whole new motivation that is going to come through. So I just needed to kind of like try to help out with the balance when it comes to your partner. Just try to like reward, try to buy them something, try to get them some nice crystal or something like that, try to reward them somehow, but it's going to be absolutely fine. The bottom line is that it's the whole new adventure that you and your partner are going to become the part of after this moment, after this point. When it comes to the Archer, those of you that are single, you know, whoever you focus on, if you're single this week, just stay away from this little, you know, stay away stay away from this person, okay? Because I don't like this person. There's someone who's claiming to be what they are not. There's someone who's saying that there's something that they are not. There's someone who you are not too sure about, but then again, this is someone who is lying and somebody who's not the real thing. I'm really sorry, I'm really sorry, I'm really sorry. I don't really want to disappoint you or anything like that, but if there is somebody who is very interesting this week for you, then I just need you to stay away from them, because there are other people that fancy this person and this person fancy other people. I'm not liking this whatsoever. So basically, if there is a certain person that arrives like a love choice this week, stay away from them, because that person is not who they claim they are. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to do is going to be Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, now you are having your own unusual week. You are having your own interesting week. You are having your mysterious week indeed. You are going to find yourself at the right place at the right time this week indeed. This is going to be brilliant, because this is going to be your own personal wheel of fortune that is like turning and turning and turning, rolling and rolling and rolling as we speak, and it's almost there. It almost hit you. Now, Capricorn, this is going to be life-changing, because a new lesson will be learned, which means that you're actually going to, when I say you're going to find yourself at the right place at the right time, which means that the way the situation is going to develop, it is just going to leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, which means that you're going to be the part of the situation that is just going to surprise you a little bit, and it's going to make you wonder a little bit. It's going to make you feel uncertain a little bit. It's going to shake you up a little bit, and it's also going to make you a little bit anxious. But it's a good anxious, and also at the same time it's going to make you feel really, really curious, and at the same time something very important is going to start manifesting. At the same time something important is going to be born, and that in itself is going to bring a new lesson that you're going to learn, okay? And that in itself is just going to become the whole new beginning. But first of all, you're going to start feeling drawn to the certain stage of your life that didn't bring you as much success as you wanted, and also you will start feeling drawn to making a really big change when it comes to the certain stage of your life where you were just kind of like wanting to happen, but it wasn't happening. So there is an important ending that you are going to have this week, and that ending that you are going to have this week, it's actually going to be brilliant for you, because it's just like a whole new adventure that is just going to start manifesting for you as well. And you're just going to kind of start focusing on those areas in your life that you should focus on, instead of like maybe focusing on the things that are like kind of like a slowly going and focusing on the things that you shouldn't be focusing on, because those things just came to an end when it comes to a spiritual journey. This is very, very important. And also, what else I was going to say, the wonderful balance that you are going to have. You will want to focus on your health, you will want to focus on what you do, you will want to focus on yourself, and that's absolutely brilliant. There is a new opportunity going to happen. New opportunity is going to happen, and also financial opportunity that is going to happen. So important, but it's going to come with a little trick. In order to do this, you're going to have to change a certain part of your life. You're going to need to abandon the certain stage in your life. And that certain stage in your life, you're not going to be too sure about, to abandon, to change, because you feel really, really passionate about, you felt really strongly about, you see. But this is something that you're going to need to do. And also there is an important recognition, okay? Recognition that you're going to have, and an offer when it comes to like a work, when it comes to career, when it comes to the things like that. There is going to be the step in the right direction, which means that something is going to be offered to you this week, more responsibilities and things like that, something like a promotion, but also the whole new idea is going to come towards you. The whole new idea is going to start manifesting and unfolding at the same time. This week is going to be a lotus time, okay? This week is going to be a lotus time when everything wonderful is going to start unfolding for you, but then at the same time the realization where and what you need to act on right now in order to move on with your life, and in order for your life to get where you would want your life to actually get to, okay? What else I was going to say is the relationships are going to be very strong, and there is a certain relationships like with the friends and family. Relationships with the people in your life are going to be very significant, and somebody is also going to need your help. Somebody is also going to need your power. This is also going to be like health-wise, it's going to be a week when you're going to feel really great when it comes to your energy levels and things like that. Energy levels are going to be absolutely brilliant, but you're going to find your lips being very dry. Your lips are going to be, your skin, dry skin, especially your face and your hands in particular, dry. So try to stick to like a natural face wash, try to still natural hand wash, you know, and when you put a cream, natural, organic as possible. And also when it comes to your lip balm and things like that, try to stick to organic and natural, because this is going to be the sensitive area where you're going to be able to actually notice this week indeed. When it comes to the actual partners, now Capricornians, when it comes to the actual partners, your partner is going to be going through something very difficult, and now at the same time you're going to find yourself going through something very difficult because your partner is going through something very difficult, and that in itself is going to become like a little burden that you will want to just push, and you will want to just get on with your things in your life. There will be a little bit of lack of communication, but this is nothing to do with you. This is nothing to do with the partner. This is with your partner. This is just to do with your partner going through something very difficult, and now that is just going to give you like a difficult energy. It's going to make you feel difficult. It's going to give you difficult energy. So it is just going to be a little bit of touchy situation in between you, and just try to understand when your partner is acting a little bit strange this week, it's because your partner is going through a certain problem, certain issue. It's going to be fine, it's going to be okay. This is going to come to an end this week. It's only going to be this week, and at the end of the day it's going to be brilliant, because your partner is almost getting close to the problem, so it's going to be absolutely brilliant. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I'm seeing you meeting people, I'm seeing you spending lots of time with your friends and family. I do not see you meeting someone, but I do see someone who is very bad. I do see someone who is going to try to come through, try to come forward, try to come to manifest themselves. But I would just say, stay away from this person. This is not somebody good. You've got a little bit of devil here. So if anyone tries to like be with you, single Capricorns, then just try to stay away from that person. And you also should protect yourself this week when it comes to like a dark black crystals, like a black tourmaline, hematite, like black onyx, or anything like that, or even amethyst would be quite good. Just try to protect yourself from this person. But there is someone in particular that's going to come forward, try to be with you like a love choice, but just stay away. Week after that it's going to be completely different, but this week, no, someone really naughty is going to try to manifest here. Okay, so the next sign is going to be Aquarius. Now the next sign that I'm having is going to be Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, a very strong connection with the universe as well, very strong connection with the spirit guides, very strong connection with your angels, especially strong connection with you and the universe. You ask the universe to help you. Ask the universe to help you when you need it, and the help is going to be absolutely brilliant, okay? A new way of being is in reach, okay? this is going to cause the reason for celebration. There is going to be a reason for the celebration that you're going to have, because the big problem is going to be, there is a conclusion that is going to happen, and the big problem is going to come to an end, and that big problem that is going to come to an end, it's also connected to other person in your life who was in your life very much so, much more before than that person is now, but that it just caused so many problems, it caused so many negativities, it caused you being uncertain about a certain stage in certain areas in your life. But it's also like, although you were trying to ignore it, but then this was just something that was just keep on coming back because it needed your focus, it needed your attention and things like that, because it's not only about you, but it's about people in your life when it comes to this particular situation. Okay, this is so important because the certain completion, it's going to become evident, the certain change, you will feel like you want to do change, you will feel like you want to be the part of the certain progress on the other side, because certain things are going to become evident to you that haven't been evident before. And this is just so significant because it is at the same time, it is going to become your turning point, and at the same time this is so much going to be with your own recognition. And recognition important because you were uncertain, because you did certain things lately and you were uncertain whether these certain things were the right things to do or not, and this is going to be your realization, this is going to be your answer, this is going to be really good, because at the same time it's going to be the new starting point. And I'm so happy for you, because you will be able to push out that burden out of your life that was causing you so many problems. And this is going to feel really good, and this is going to feel really brilliant, because that heavy energy, it will just go. That was the energy that was caused from somebody else that was just bringing lots of shadow above you. I spoke about it before, and this is going to be the week when this is going to be so powerful and significant, because you will literally be able to feel yourself shifting, you will be able to feel your energy, you will be able to feel your power, you will be able to feel your radiance, and it's really good. And there are certain people in your life that are going to confirm something very important to you, and this is going to mean to you so much, Aquarius. Okay, there is going to be a very strong connection with the actual past, very strong connection with the childhood. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to think about a certain bit, certain part of your childhood. This is going to be so important, because this is going to be your key. There is a certain area in your childhood that you're going to be focusing on, and that area, that part of your childhood is so important. Because of this strong connection, it's going to try to make you to pay attention, to bring something from the past, something so important, and incorporate into today, into now. And this is the parts that's missing, and it's all going to make sense. Okay, on another hand, there is going to be connection and reconnection with the right people in your life. Few of them are going to try to come through, a little bit silly people this week, and unnecessary people, people who don't mean to you too much. But then again, at the same time, you will have a very strong connection and very strong reconnection, and very connection and reconnection with the people, really important people in your life. There's someone very important in your life that's going to give you an amazing advice. Okay, and also what else I was going to say, you will be able to relax this time. You will be able to relax this week, because it is just going to feel completely different, and this is going to be a really important part of your life, because you're going to realize that the balance is going to be back. Okay, what felt like a little bit negative or unusual or low is just going to feel like a little bit of an adventure now. Okay, there is going to be a little bit of enigma that you're going to have to work out this week, but it is going to be very interesting, and it is just going to become the whole new opportunity. As I said already, the financial opportunity is going to become very significant this week, and at the same time, the whole new beginning. This is absolutely wonderful. I found wonderful, a little bit of contemplation, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant. When it comes to the actual health, now you're also going to need to make sure that you get enough sleep, because you're going to be very sensitive when it comes to sleep and things like that. And there's a lot going to be happening at night. You're going to be having like astral projections, like lots of astral projections throughout the week, with whether you remember or not. But when we have a lot of astral projections, when we don't remember, sometimes we can feel a little bit drained and really bit tired. We can sleep 8, 9, 10 hours, but it depends what we were going through the night before, because of this strong connection with the spirit guides and with the different dimensions decisions. Okay, this is why I just need to advise you like to try to make sure that you don't drink too much coffee, avoid sugar whatsoever, try to stick to honey if you can have honey, or you can have it without, and also try to make sure that you get 8 hours of sleep and a little bit of exercise. It's also going to be very, very significant when it comes to your health. Now, when it comes to those of you sorry, that are in relationship, your partner is going to have a really important stage. Your partner is having an important change, and you are going to be part of this change, because this is all going to be something so significant to your partner that at the same time it's going to become very significant to you, and you're going to be making a really, really big decision together. And very important traveling completion is happening here, very important completion, but a very important traveling journey as well is going to become very significant for those of you that are in relationship. And for those of you that are single, you're going to be like, ooh la la, all around the place this week, because this week it's all about, going to be about you enjoying yourself. This week it's all about you, going to be about you having a great time. And this is exactly what you're going to be doing. You're just going to be flirting, enjoying yourself, meeting lots of people, and having a great time. This is exactly what you need to go through at this time of your life, because there is something really interesting that you are going to realize after that moment, after that point, after that week indeed. Okay, and my last sign is going to be Pisces. Oh my Lord, Pisces, spiritual. Now, Pisces, you are going to be feeling on one hand very creative this week, very energetic this week. The energy is just going to be ooh la la. You're going to feel romantic, you're going to feel sensual, you're going to feel radiant, you're going to feel like you want to work on yourself, you're going to feel like you want to do certain changes on yourself, you're going to be thinking about your diet, and this. It's so spiritual this week. I can't even explain. I can't even stress how important this is. When we go with a sync of energy like this, like what's going to happen to you, Pisces, go for it. Do a little bit of detox if you want to do. Go to do like exercise. Go and run a little bit, Change your diet a little bit. It's all going to be about this focus, the starting point, the starting focus that is just going to develop into something completely different when we work with the energies, where we're just going to help us to discover ourselves, to rediscover ourselves, and to do things at the right time. Okay, you will have a very spiritual week, and there is some really important realization you're going to have, and that important realization that you are going to have, it is going to be about what you do now, and the big significant stepping point that you're going to need to do, the big change that you will need to do, the big change that you're going to do, and you wouldn't feel like you had enough confidence, you had enough power, and now you're going to start feeling very drawn towards it. Before you will go and need to check with the people in your life, should I do this or not? But now there is going to be this hidden wonderful power that you are going to have. It's the beginning of the week, it's 7th, and the end of the week is the 13th of January. Number 7 is the beginning of the spiritual gate, it's beginning of the angels, beginning of the beautiful new spirituality that is just going to start becoming very significant to you. And then on another hand, you will be called to listen to those voices deep within, the spiritual voices, those angels. Your spirit guides are going to be all around you throughout this week. So don't be surprised if you see something on the corner of your eye and then you look there and there is nobody there, It all depends. They're trying to get attention. They will try to get attention. It means that just look what's around there. And then you may see the clock, you may see the watch, and that watch may have like a certain 1111 numbers on the clock stopped. Maybe the person who died or passed away, died at that time. It all depends. Maybe something is going to happen to you on the 1111. It all depends. Just be very like open-minded. Have your eyes open, and just make sure you remember that this week is going to be all about your omens, all about your signs, okay? And something really important is just that you're actually going to realize. You're also going to realize, and this is just so significant, Pisces, you're so important, you're so powerful, your energy is really strong. It's very important to realize in our lives what is actually bothering us. It's very important to realize in our life what is not really working really well. It's just so important to do this at the start, to do this at the beginning, because if we don't, then our energy is just getting drained, and it's not really good. Your energy is very strong, your energy is very powerful, your energy is very significant, but if you end up being with somebody in your life who's just you don't like anymore, then that means that person is just draining your energy and you're draining that person's energy. So there's a very big change that you're going to start feeling yourself very, very close, very, very close to. Indeed, there's an advice that you're going to have for somebody very spiritual in your life, and that advice that you're going to have is just going to be connected to the situation in your life that is just going to happen now, and that situation is going to make you realize that there is something very big stage in your life. It's about to start happening in a really good way. There's a success. It's coming and coming, and that is going to be followed with a new direction, a new path, and you making a really big change. You are going to need to have advice from that person, and there is a wonderful spiritual advice that you are going to have, and that's going to be absolutely brilliant, okay? Because that is just going, however, that is going to make you do something. It is going to make you feel a little bit indecisive, but then again, it's a lot about you. It's a lot about you. It's a lot about your decision, and it's a lot about your new determination. This determination is going to bring you to a whole new direction. The whole new direction is going to bring you a whole new hope, okay? There is a certain person in your life that is just going to be kind of having a really good news about themselves, someone you've been worrying about, somebody that you had a really somebody that had a really difficult emotional time as well, and somebody health-wise wasn't really good. You were really scared and really paranoid, and there is going to be the new hope, and this is going to be brilliant because the healing is about to come through. Healing is about to come forward this week, and that's absolutely fantastic, okay? And what else I was going to say is that it's the very much so the creativity that you're going to have, and creativity that you're going to have is just going to be connected to the new beginning, okay? The new beginning. And also, what else I was going to say, there is a burden that is going to come through. Also, the negativity burden that is going to come through, burden that is going to come forward. You're not going to like it. It's going to be connected to a certain person in your life. But then again, the certain person in your life is just you dealing with a certain person in your life in a certain way, and you saying something, and you just dealing with the problems. And that's going to be significant because you are going to have the conclusion of the big problem. There's a big problem that is actually going to come to an end. Okay, and also just be very careful because there is a certain female, an older female, that is just going to become a part of scenario this week, and I need you to be a little bit careful because that person is going to be connected to the unusual, different situation. They will do something that people normally don't do. They will act in a way that people normally don't act, and that is going to surprise you, but you're going to be under the little spiritual test over there. Under the little spiritual test, and my advice is do not be defensive, do not be on defensive, just remember me. Remember me. Always rise above the situation. Okay? Rise above the situation. Don't act too quick. Take some time. Step back from the situation and look at the things from a different angle. And that is going to be your answer. And this is going to be so significant and so powerful for you to remember. Okay? And what else I was going to say, that those of you Pisces, my babies that are in relationship now, your partner is going to have a big change. Your partner is going to have a huge change, and you're going to be the part of it. And that big change is going to be connected to home environment, home arrangements, and things like that. And this is going to be a main focus, and this is going to be really good because I can see the whole family being happy, the whole family being ecstatic, the whole family being really, really happy because of this indeed. And also as a family, you'll be facing a really beautiful big change. When I say big change, beautiful big change. Okay, and those of you Pisces that are single and ready to mingle, there is someone very, very interesting about to start manifesting in your life. And this person, someone very successful, somebody connected to the business, somebody connected to the success, and somebody connected to the money on a daily basis. Okay, and this person is just going to be somebody that you're going to meet at your work when other people are going to be around, at a certain business meeting, at a certain important meeting, at a time when something really important is happening to you when it comes to your business and when it comes to your financial situation. Because however, it is also at the same time you're going to be thinking about your happiness, you're going to be thinking about your luck, you're going to be thinking about your own prosperity. At the same time, you're going to feel very inspired. At the same time, you're going to feel very, very determined. At the same time, you will have your own turning point. And at the same time, your financial situation, you're going to have a good news about your financial situation. You'll be focusing about your finances, a financial situation, because you will hear something really good. And this is the time when this person is going to start manifesting, and they will not make themselves known. They will not come towards you. They will start manifesting around you. They will be standing around you and looking at you and thinking, I like them, I like him, I like her, hello. That's going to be the first time that this person is going to come across you, and you're gonna absolutely love it. This is going to be the whole new beginning for both of you, okay, after you meet each other. But as I said, this person is going to be the first one who is going to see you, who is going to meet you, and that's going to happen this week, okay, and then they will make themselves known. Oh, how exciting, Pisces! Your time is coming up indeed. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all so much, okay? I'm sending you brightest blessings, love and light to all of you. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.